Hello, my name is Sebastian Castaneda, and this is my marketing plan for a company that I want to eventually start. It's a women's jewelry company by the name of 925 Manhattan. I have always been into jewelry and I've collected from a lot of different countries, and I've gotten the opportunity to source really great jewelry. So when I spent some time in New York, um, a lot of people asked about my jewelry and how I got it, and then they would open up about how hard it is to find good jewelry at a good price. Um, so this is kind of where it sparked the idea because it kind of made me realize that there's a hole in the market for this. So when it comes to product design and development, our strategies are a bit limited just because we don't have a lot of venture funding, and it's going to cause our company to run lean, and we're going to have to use a lot of different types of tools to actually efficient tools to actually be able to turn a profit. So that's why we with the business model of drop shipping. That way we don't have to buy any inventory, and we could use the capital that we do have in another way. So when it comes to sourcing, we contact a lot of wholesalers that have jewelry that's already made, and they're just trying to distribute it and fulfill it. And this is what makes us setting ourselves aside a lot harder because we don't have any control of shipping as well as the design, and we want to eventually move into that. But since we are starting out and we're testing a lot of different things, we want to be able to not be so limited doing that. But what makes our company different is our brand and what we stand for. Sustainability is at the forefront of our brand, and we want to, be a responsible company and show our customers that we are sustainable, and that's why we'll use a lot of recycled products and find efficient ways of transport and things like that. So when it comes to our market research, we are going to be analyzing both our direct and indirect competitors, and we're going to be modeling a lot of our own website from that in order to be able to sell because we don't want to reinvent the wheel. And by modeling our company after another company's, we're able to see what works and what doesn't. We're not going to model a company that's not successful, and it will also allow us to test different things and put our own twist on it. Another way we're going to do a lot of research within our company is through surveys. We're going to ask our customers why they chose us and why they chose this specific type of jewelry or why they didn't or why they left the site. And that way it'll give us an insight to how our customer sees us and how they interact with our company. So our target audience is actually pretty wide. So demographically, our audience is going to be from 16, if not younger, to 35 years old. And this is mostly going to be women, but we want to cast that wide net just so we can kind of figure out, especially in the beginning, figure out who our customers are and why that specific age range will buy from us. We chose such a young side of the age range as well because since we're offering quality for the price that we are, we're able to kind of allure to a younger demographic that doesn't entirely have a lot of money, um, typically. But so the geographics we want to target is New York, San Francisco, LA, Houston, Miami, and these cities are just kind of a hub for fashion, and you find a lot of different types of styles and people moving there to express themselves, especially New York and LA. So our perfect customer is a customer that cares about sustainability while at the same time caring about um, our our environment and their carbon footprint. So those those customers will also care about saving money as well as having jewelry that's going to last them a long time. So with pricing, we are a bit limited because we're not in control of where our wholesalers are because we don't want to just sell any type of jewelry. We want to sell very specific types, and and that's why we kind of have to be price takers with this. But on top of that, we can still do 3 to 5 times markup, and that markup will also give us kind of a healthy margin and allow us to understand our customers better and be able to test and give promotions and discounts, as well as be able to pay influencers. And the last thing about pricing that we want to focus on is also being able to offer bundles and deals to our customers. And these bundles will allow a customer to have a collection of jewelry while not having to spend a lot of money. So with distribution, it depends on the stage we're in. In stage one, since we're a drop shipping company, there's going to be someone else fulfilling it and designing the product. There's a lot of pros and cons to this because we don't have any control about shipping times, packaging, the quality of the packaging, or things like we want to eventually have branded packaging, and that's going to be really hard, especially in stage one, because we have no control over that. But a huge positive to it is that we don't have to buy any inventory. We only buy the inventory when we sell it, and that way we don't have to sit on a large amount of inventory that could be crippling. So with stage two, or in stage two, we want to be able to purchase jewelry at wholesale prices, and then flip that jewelry and use a fulfillment center. And in this, we can control a lot more of the packaging and the shipping times. And if we choose a fulfillment center in the United States, the shipping can be from 3 to 5 days. And it gives us a lot more control, but at the same time, it gives us a lot more overhead. In stage three, we want to be able to have our own warehouse and fulfill our own products, while at the same time also having a design team so we can stand out and we can have unique designs. But this will also require us to have a manufacturing partner. But by stage three, we are hoping to be able to move into that. So with merchandising, it's a little bit more difficult for us because we're mostly all online. Um, but aside from being online, we do plan and want to do pop up shops. And when we merchandise that, we want us to have a clear image of the jewelry. And I find that a lot of the times people will design jewelry displays to be too cluttered, and we want to just have a clean and simple placement of our jewelry while at the same time showing our best sellers, kind of it being the center of attention. But when it comes to online merchandising, it's going to be a little bit different, but we have advantages because we can use search optimization tools, and those tools can kind of help us sell products. And these optimization tools will also show our customers the products that they are looking for. So if a customer comes to our site and is specifically looking for rings, it's not just going to show her the ring she clicks on. It's going to show her the other rings we have. That way they can go from one ring to another, or purchase both rings. So we want to just emphasize sustainability again and again and again, and because we want to be the company that's responsible, and that will be the positioning we take with most of our jewelry. But we're also going to have jewelry that is going to be more limited, and it's going to be like a holiday release, a holiday collection, and this can kind of cause customers to sign up for our emails because they want to know when the next drop is, or they want to be there and they want to score on a piece of jewelry that's limited. So the way our bundles would also work with our merchandising is we would show that, if you purchase this piece, you're going to get 10% off the next piece and then 10% off that one. And that way it will cause kind of just an upselling to customers. When it comes to brand packaging, we want to make sure we're using recycled materials and efficient ways of transport, even if it takes a little bit longer. And our product packaging, we want to get to the point where we have a custom box and we have freebies in there and stickers and ways, and perhaps coupons as well. But in stage one, that is going to be out of our control, unfortunately. So now, when it comes to our advertising, it changes a lot of little different aspects, especially because we're using such a mix to promote our brand. So first, where our heavy emphasis is going to be is it's going to be on social media, and it's going to be across a couple different platforms. We're expecting to start on Instagram and Facebook just because um, we have experience in those apps, and we are developing a strategy for those apps. And once that strategy is perfected and we know it's working, we'll move on to other platforms. So our own social media strategy will be just to mainly put out quality content, while also working with various types of artists and photographers, models, and that kind of will show that we're in this specific type of community. And so we will post regularly, and then we will also end up promoting our Instagram page and Facebook page through their audience tools. Another way that we're going to use social media to our advantage is by working with influencers. And we're mainly going to be focused on working with micro influencers, so influencers that are more on a little bit more small. And what we've come to find out is that these micro influencers have better engagement in tighter knit communities. And there's also another benefit is they're not going to cost us so much money. Um, but mainly our target is just to get to our target audience. That is what we want to do, and that's why we're choosing social media as a strategy, because our business is based off fashion. So sales promotions can vary, and there's different strategies that we'll use to approach this. We'll obviously do the traditional approaches like Black Friday and holiday sales and Christmas sales and Valentine's sales and things like that. But on top of it, we want to have like our own unique type of promotions, as in our 1 year launch, our random promotions, new collections. Um, that way, we have more than just one promotion. Another promotion that we want to use is just offering discounts to our customers and offering discounts to our returning customers. Um, so, a big promotion and social media strategy that we're going to take advantage of is using influencers. And these promotions will allow their audience members to get a discount. And then it will also allow the influencer to get a commission based off of how many people use their promo code. On our own social media, we're going to be advertising a lot of different types of sales promotions and giveaways, and as well as just kind of trying to build a community on that. So about us, so what we want our team to comprise of is people that are artists, and it doesn't really necessarily matter what type of art you do, just as long as you're a creative person and want to make quality work and are happy making that type of work. And we want our team to be comprised of this just because of the type of culture it brings, and it brings and fuels a lot of creativity. The biggest difference we make is when it comes to sustainability is we reduce our carbon footprint, and that's something that every company should be doing. We also want our customers to feel confident and to stand out and to get compliments on their jewelry and to feel like they're actually part of a community. So just empowering our customers and is just so important to us, as well as supporting artists. We want to be able to work with all different kinds of artists, and I know a lot of companies will typically make the approach to have kind of have a look to their website and to their campaigns and to their photos, and they're very specific about that. And I think since we want to support artists, we want artists to make what they think is art, rather than putting them in a box. And that way, it will show that there's a lot of variety through our company. And we just want to change our environment, both inside the company and outside the company. We want to spread positivity and have that be a big mission of ours. Thank you for listening to my presentation. Would love to hear some feedback about it. Thank you.